Cross'em Wrestling Entertainment podcast presented by Clovercrest Media is what you AEW fans have been looking for. Noah Cross and Tyler Bard give their take on every week's episode of Dynamite. If you are a massive AEW fan, then it is time to join us every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Stay Cross'em.
Welcome to Ivy League Murders. On this podcast, we focus on cases affiliated with the Ivy League, exploring the darker side of higher education. What happens when genius becomes evil? My name is Sarah Alcorn. I'm a Harvard graduate, and I've been a private investigator since 1999. Join me and longtime crime diva Laura McDonald for Ivy League Murders.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare your ear holes for the best wrestling, the hard-hitting wrestling show.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jose Muñiz, alongside with Hector and Frank. Guys, it's almost showtime. The WWE Survivor Series, which is the annual event that's held before Thanksgiving holiday. Last year we saw three brands going at it, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. But this year we have Raw versus SmackDown. Now, due to the pandemic, of course, they probably didn't want to do any crossovers with NXT, which is all right because next Saturday we have NXT War Games, December 6th. So you want to check that out. Excuse me, not next week, but 2 weeks away from Saturday. I'm already ahead of myself. But yes, tonight, The Undertaker farewell retirement ceremony. A lot of people making these bold predictions and stuff like that, but we'll get to all that real quick. And I'm going to show you guys the hhwshow.com as I got here. We're going to follow through here and go through our scenarios, all the matches and stuff like that. So without further ado, again, this is the Survivor Series tonight. And a fact that it'll start off on the kickoff show with a battle royal. Okay. Don't know what that is entail, but I think that's going to be full of entertainment to see what's going on there. But hey, the match that everyone's talking about is the elimination match between these guys. And again, on Team Raw, we have Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Riddle, and AJ Styles versus SmackDown, Seth Rollins, King Corbin, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, and Otis. So, hey, I know I like Team Raw on this. Hector, who you got for this one? Yeah, outstanding. I definitely wish I could hear you, buddy. Yeah. I mean, I'm speechless myself. I mean, what can I say?
I tell you, it's gonna be an awesome night tonight with the Undertaker. Yeah, it's gonna keep us speechless. But yeah, I got Raw on this one. I think SmackDown. You know, they threw in Otis, so that was our wild card there. That's going to be kind of interesting to see. But I think overall, Raw is going to win this one.
All right, Frank?
I completely agree with that. I think Raw has a lot more firepower than what SmackDown does. And, I mean, it's quite obvious Raw will take this one.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious how everything's going to end up, especially for Seth Rollins. I assume that it'll be strange to see if he gets eliminated first. Remember last year he wanted to be the leader of Raw. Things fell out of place when they lost the elimination match, right? They lost to NXT, as a matter of no, to SmackDown, because Roman Reigns was the last man standing, right? And then all of a sudden he was a leader, uh, trying to point everything out. This is what made him the Messiah from this point on. So now you have the Messiah in SmackDown. Already finished the chapter with Murphy. Who knows what can happen here, especially where we already know that Seth Rollins is going to take some time off away from WWE. This might be his last match. So I'm just curious on how the scenario is going to make Seth Rollins. Will he get eliminated just 3-pin, or will something drastic happen? Just curious to see how that's going to turn out. But then we also have now the women's elimination right here. And again, 5-on-5, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce, and Lana. Those of you know, Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce are a substitution because of Mandy Rose being injured. And because she was injured, they took Dana Brooke along with her. So it is what it is. For SmackDown, you got Bayley, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Bianca Belair. I like this match. I'm just curious to see how everything's going to unfold. But I have to give it as much. Now that Bayley's in the picture, I got a feeling that SmackDown is going to win this. I was rooting for Lana, and I thought maybe Lana will pull one of those, hide under the ring type deal. And then all of a sudden, surprisingly, just get somebody a 1-2-3 pin, and boom, she wins. But with Bayley in the picture, I'm not so sure, man. I think SmackDown got it. What about you, Hector?
I think SmackDown has gotten stronger now that Bayley's on there. Between her and Belair, I think that makes SmackDown much more dangerous. But I agree with you. Something told me that this was going to lean towards Raw because Lana was going to be the forgotten person out the side the ring. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just get thrown through another table for good old sakes, and then everybody forgets about it. But, yeah, I think SmackDown's just a little bit stronger, so I'm going with the women's SmackDown this year.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you guys. I think Lana's going to pull off the win for Team Raw. Do I think SmackDown's stronger? Yeah, I do. But for some reason, there's something big brewing with Lana. So I think she's going to take this one. 4 teams Raw.
All right. Can't hear you.
Well, our next matches are wonderful, Intercontinental Champion along with our U.S. Champion.
Absolutely. We got Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn. It's weird to have this match put in together because we didn't see these guys interacting face to face, and I'm just curious how everything's going to turn out. Bobby Lashley, United States Champ, will be with the Hurt Business. Sami Zayn's by himself, so I don't know if he's going to recruit people to be on his side. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to be near him, but you got somebody like Lashley who is strong built, his physique is all that, versus a guy that's very intelligent, okay? Very intelligent, and I'm just curious to see how Sami Zayn will pull it off because, yes, I got Sami Zayn winning this match.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Bobby Lashley. I just think Bobby Lashley's just the total package here, and I don't think he's gonna fall for any of his little antics, even though that's his weasel way of trying to win and make the Intercontinental title more relevant than the U.S. title. But I'm sticking with Bobby Lashley tonight.
Yeah, same here. I'm going with Bobby Lashley. I mean, I don't think, no matter how smart Sami Zayn is or one or the other, I don't think he's going to pull it off with.
Hey, if Lashley was to pull it off, that'd be definitely a full Nelson. But I got a feeling that Sami Zayn got some tricks up his sleeve. I mean, who knows? I mean, look at the way he defeated Apollo Crews. Look how he earned the Intercontinental Championship. I'm just saying. I mean, there's got to be a trick, man.
I know, but he started brewing things up with Daniel Bryan all of a sudden. So who knows? Daniel Bryan could.
That's for Friday. I don't expect Daniel Bryan to be around. Absolutely not.
Yes.
But no. But what could steal the show right now is the New Day versus the Street Profits right here. I mean, these guys been clowning around against each other, and I got a feeling this is a turning point for the Street Profits to be a heel. And I just got that gut feeling that they're gonna snap out on this. But the New Day got this win, man. The New Day is gonna tell them, hey, this is why we're the 10-time SmackDown champions. Raw Tag Team champions. You know, remember they exchanged the belts. Now they're gonna go against each other to determine who is the real champion out of the WWE brand. So Hector, what you got?
I'm sticking with the Street Profits. I know they got a pretty good record this year for 2020, despite what's going on. I think this would be a very great signature win for them. You know, to put a win under the belt like the New Day, you know, I think will be great. But I agree. I think they're eventually going to turn heel, but I think they will have to do that. They're going to win that first against the New Day.
Well, you know what? On Tuesday, I was, you know, when we spoke about this, I was saying the Street Profits. But after hearing everything and just seeing them, you know, on Friday night, I think the New Day is going to take this one. I think it's going to be, you know, just like Ovi said, the New Day is going to say, hey, we're the better tag team champions.
And you know what, man? The Big E's going to be out there saying, "Aw, people at home."
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's going to happen. Just saying. But hey, champion versus champion match coming up here. We have Asuka and Sasha Banks. Yes. As much as it hurts me to say it, I wish this match didn't happen. I would have rather seen somebody else in the picture just because we already seen this match. But Jace did have a good point on last Tuesday about, hey, this is probably the different type of Sasha Banks now that she's a SmackDown champion. I'm telling you right now, man, head to head, Sasha Banks, she got nothing against Asuka. Asuka's going to win outright. But at the same time, she's going to have to look after her back because Carmella is in this picture. And I don't think she cares what event it is. I got a feeling Carmella's going to come on to the show. And it's going to cause some chaos in there. But I got Asuka winning.
Yeah, you know, I started thinking about this. I did say Asuka, and you're right. Carmella's going to play a very, very vital role because did you see how Asuka just stood back and just allowed everything to happen, right? So I'm going to switch out here. I'm switching out. I'm saying Banks is going to get the win now. Yes, I think Carmella's going to be the turning point to where I think Asuka's not going to allow her to get involved, but that's going to distract her. And Banks is a different Banks that we see now, and I think Banks is going to wind up winning. So I am changing my mind, and I'm going with Banks this time.
I after Frank's pick, I'll give you an alternative if Banks wins. But go ahead, Frank.
Look, I said it on Tuesday. Banks is going to win this one. I don't, you know, you've seen them go back and forth in the past, and I think now it's time for Sasha Banks to, you know, to take the win off Asuka.
Yeah, way to go, guy.
I think it's just time to be a legit boss now, just like she says she is.
She ain't no legit boss. She ain't legit. What she's legit for? I mean, because she only beat Bayley. You know what I mean?
And she defended it. And she defended it successfully, where she had struggles.
She struggled, all right. But you know what? The way Banks went was not to say that Charlotte Flair comes out of nowhere and then causes the match for Asuka, and now Asuka has an opponent moving on forward, right? Asuka and Charlotte Flair. No one's talked about that. I'm just saying. No one's heard about Charlotte Flair. I know rumor is that she's supposed to come back in January, but why not Survivor Series, which is the second, one of the top 4 events of WWE. Just saying.
So what you saying there? You just saying? Won't you just change your pick then?
No, I won't because I'm
and
still
stay with the blue.
Asuka.
Stay with the blue brand, like your shirt.
Red.
They blue.
This is different blue, baby. Different blue. This is for another podcast, but all right. But moving on, hey, the main event is coming up, and that is Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Non-title match, but I'm loving this. I'm liking the hype between them two. Drew McIntyre went on SmackDown face to face with Roman Reigns. And of course, Roman Reigns told him in order to go against him, he has to get one of these. And he was referring to the championship belt. Roman Reigns did beat Randy Orton. Now the match is official. So we got Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, the Scottish superstar versus the Tribal Chief. I got Roman Reigns on this.
Yeah, I got Roman Reigns. As much as I like Drew McIntyre and the role that he's taking on now is maybe the Scottish psychopath again. But the Tribal Chief, man, he's just coming new into this, and I don't see how he's gonna lose this match. So I think he's just gonna send Drew McIntyre back to Raw with his tail tucked between his legs.
I completely agree with that. I think Roman Reigns is gonna win this one. I don't think Drew has what it takes to beat Roman, at least not just yet.
I want to say, I think this is gonna be an interesting match. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that this is gonna be an easy victory for Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying none of that. I don't know. This match can have full of surprises. What I do, these two superstars do have a common denominator, and that common denominator is The Undertaker. Just saying. Now, I'm not speculating that he might have some involvement in this. Absolutely not. But I'm just saying these two caliber, this is like the heavyweight championship of the world. Going against the two best of the company pretty much. Like the two faces. And again, it's going to be a hard one, man. I wish there could be a surprise. I had different outcomes previously. But again, who knows what could really happen. But I got a feeling Roman Reigns is the man for this match. So we're going to have to wait and see. 45 minutes away for the start of Survivor Series. Again, the kickoff show is on right now for the Battle Royal that's supposed to happen for the kickoff. I can't wait to see what's that going to be determined here. But hey, we will be here after the post reactions, right after Survivor Series to tell us our input. And we have a special announcement. You don't want to miss it. Just when you thought that the HHW show HHW show podcast was over, right? Today was supposed to be our last day, but we have a special segment, a special episode that's gonna happen on December 1st. You'll find out after Survivor Series. So on behalf of Hector and Frank, myself, Ovi Muniz, we'll see you right after the show on the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show.
Visit the HHWShow.com sportscast where you can find all the news, rumors, updates, and predictions from the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. All 4 downs, join about the G-Men, and keys to the city. If you ever want to do a podcast, this is the place to do it. Starting at $15 a month, you can get unlimited hosting at $50 a month for the full package. Visit CloverCrestMedia.com for more information.
A big thank you to the StreamYard for their fine streaming service. On behalf of HHW crew, I am Ovi Muniz. Thank you for listening to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show.